How are we living? What if Yasuo and Yone had a sister? What if Briar had a sister? True. Or a brother, Brian, in-game. We're doing crit, collector, IE, and lethal tempo. I still haven't decided what's better in my opinion. I'll say I'm more of a fan of Halo Blades for crit, just because, dude, pop out at your party, 3 autos, and it's actually always pretty devious. When you just throw down like 3 items, 3 autos really fast on anyone, and it's just like, okay, and you're gone. But for your W2, and it's looking pretty good. But the main thing that's changed is just Infinity Edge. It's down AD, but it's also down price. You were buying Infinity Edge for the passive right here. Since this didn't change, the AD really doesn't matter. And that's basically what Riot said about it, is the fact that they're just trying to make it more accessible, where you don't have to invest everything for fat, crit, and AD. You can just have this thing that is like an extra option to everything else. Now I see my top lane's fighting a ton. I'm just going to walk right here for it. The biggest thing to do is know that your blue buff is in jeopardy when you go for a 3 camp like this. Kill him before he can W. Obviously really good. Cho'Gath should just recall if his wave's not pushing. Seems like he might have he pushed it a little too hard, but that's okay. Straight to Collector. Everyone knows Collector is the crit Briar item. Now there are the builds without it, and basically the idea for crit builds is like, one has Flicker Blades, one has Collector. One you get to execute on bleed, second one you just get more cooldowns. It's truly gameplay diff, like whichever one you like more. Do you like to run through and do 3 W's on one champion, right? Or do you like to just do a ton of damage and watch the bleed do its work? I'm more of a fan of bleed, I'm not gonna lie. Collector's always been one of Briar's best items ever. So that's one thing that a lot of people often forget about Briar, is that, yeah, bleed procs Collector. And so if anyone bleeds out to just 5%, that's a kill. Which often works pretty well with Briar, just because of the fact that sometimes people get away, man. 2 people standing next to each other, bam, they're gone. And the only reason why you wouldn't buy both is just because it's kind of like you run out of AD if you build them both, because then you have Navori, Collector, Infinity Edge, and then like something else, which is like fine, but you start running out of item slots for defensive items following up. But I mean, you could. That's just like what the meta usually looks at, or looks like. See what we can do here. Nice. We're hoping Jhin would do exactly that, not gonna lie, and just leave her to die. I could have flash autoed for that, but since Zyra did it, I mean, it's fine. Actually, no, this is better. Sorry, brother. Sometimes I gotta help you. What the F are you doing? Just getting you a good wave freeze, brother. Watch this guy, though. Oh, sir. Here, you're in the wall, and now what's your plan? Wow. And Caitlyn, now look at this. The wave's pushing back to you, okay? You had a roam timer to come back. No, that's good for you. That's good. Don't auto. Oh my god. One thing that's really interesting is that, like, again, it's like, I believe the term is self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you thought that wave was bad, you forced it to be worse. Because instead of just accepting that you might not know about that situation, and now you're wrong about it, you forced that wave in, and now you have to burn your cleanse. Instead of right-click backwards to your turret and let those minions come right back to you. That was also an option. Now he warded, but I've swept it, so he's not looking. He used Q and E, so he has W. So now I just need to Q when I'm W2ing. That way he can't W. If I do all that, right, if I auto enough at the start of a fight, I can get him low enough that Q auto W2 is enough to kill him before he can W. And that's the most important thing about the set matchup, is you never want to fight into his W unless you're Eing him to move him away from hitting that true damage on you. Nice. This game's going pretty good. We've 3 camped to top. We didn't get punished on the camp. We hit our full clear into a bot gank. We got their sums. And we have we ganked top again. The only thing we haven't helped is mid lane. Vladimir versus Cassiopeia. That's one of those matchups where Vlad wants to farm, and then late game he's able to cook something up. But all early and mid game he's actually like a cannon minion. Now, you actually kind of lose this situation in a raw fight. So we're just going to hop over. And we might just have to let this happen. Again, how this works is Vladimir will not walk to this. I could look for this. Since we know Nocturne's on the grubs, he might get 6, though, and that would really suck. Now, she's obviously going to use her R after she flashes, because she's trying to flash to put both Vlad and I on the same side. That way her R can hit both. But the idea is you just buffer E right there. You get to push her away, putting her out of, range for her spells, while also, healing up, doing a little bit of damage reduction. And you get the kill, you get the wave in, and now your Vlad's a little bit happier. And you're only really allowed to do that just because of the fact that... Okay, we might have an angle here. Just because of the fact that Nocturne is obviously staying on those grubs. I don't have Collector just yet, so she wouldn't bleed out to this, but I can just kill that. God forbid I touch this wave. Hey, Zyra, you touch the wave. Ooh. Yeah, sorry about it, brother. Oh, Caitlyn's gonna have your head. You're gone, brother. All good. Now, luckily, she didn't ping for that wave. Has she noticed that her jungler might just give her a free win? I'm at 6 KP to 0. Does she think that? Now, one thing that can happen when enemy Nocturne takes your Raptors, he sees that your red is spawning, you start it. That timer is pretty realistic every game. I'm going to grab Cloth Armor here. Cloth Armor, because again, we're building tabbies. These 3 like to auto-attack a ton. Oh, where's that at? You can use function keys right here, and you can actually see the line of Nocturne's Q to know where he's ulting. So what this Nocturne's doing right now, he's doing the I perma objective thing. So he's on Dragon right now. This is solid strat some games. And I'm going to look to punish that. And you punish that by taking his camps here. You know that if his blue buff spawned, shortly after Grub spawned, right? You know that we both path top down at the start of the game because he fought me at that bot craft. You know that this is up because of that. My red was up, so his blue is. Now he could come to try and defend this, or he could just go to his red buff, because his red buff is spawning at the same time my blue buff is. That's meaning that his raptors are up, and then his red buff would spawn. So there's a lot to it, but either way, you punish him for this by taking a quadrant of his jungle, and then keeping him moving. So that's what we're trying to do here. And all I'm really doing now is keeping my eyes on my minimap to see when enemy laners start moving towards me. Because if they start, so right now, her going off the map, that could be a death sentence, so. You need to be very quick on your exit here. So that's why you'll notice I'm doing this wolf camp without W, and I W at the end. I think that's fine. I misplayed it a little bit. To be fair, that timing was pretty unlucky, but either way, that's fine. He actually hasn't done his bot side, because he just got a red refresh on mine. This looks terrible for us, I'm not going to lie. Wait, Vlad? Maybe? Either way, that just sucked. It was just timing. It's all good. Sometimes bad things happen. And then, when the bad thing happens, you don't know exactly how to play it. And that was me right there. Now, unfortunately, their 80 carries starting to get a little fed. We're going to have to address that. We know Nocturne took our Raptors. The real question is, does he go to Crab or does he go to my Krugs? Where's he at? He's on neither. Doubt he'd just recall. That's a weird one. Usually you'd see enemy champion decide where he's going. Go ahead and look for this gank here. We got his flash. I'm not going to use my E till it's time. If he wants to look for this fight, he would surely die. Him pivoting down basically means that Nocturne might be looking here. Is right? Yep, and he is. Him pivoting down is saying, hey, I want to fight this, right? And when he wants to fight, obviously, if it's 2v1, he wants to fight because it's good for him. Gotta give again. Our mids and base and our top lane, he's just not the, he's not the better fighter compared to Set. And right here, this is already where a lot of you would have messed up, is you're like, but Logan, neutral objectives are my job and my job alone. And that's not the case at all. Oop, I see a Jhin ult. I are a Jhin ult. I'm going to flash over that because I'm down cooldowns. I want to make sure that I can get both of them here. I don't think I have the kill on her just yet. That's fine. She throws E. I take the damage. We're chilling. Ooh. That is what it is, man. I'm not taking that damage for free. Nice. My bot lane's definitely having a rough game, but it is what it is. Again, we're playing for the Vlad win con here. When you have Cho'Gath, who's not hard smurfing lane, just accept that, hey, I'll have a consistent tank later on. That's one thing that you can always do with Cho'Gath. Your bot lane's losing, you just try and let, you try and, when your bot lane's losing, try and just find those small options to collect that shutdown and keep it moving. Here's that. He didn't do it. Yeah, he just flat out didn't do it. And you'll notice that'll be my camera almost every time. Now, unfortunately, he kind of walked to the fight. Like, if I was Caitlyn and I didn't want to take that fight, I probably would have walked, like, to here, but it is what it is. Not bad. Now, I would like to play for this dragon. I think it's doable just because I'm on a ton of money. And if I can one-tap their most important target being, one of the bot laners, but mostly Jhin, that would be a really good dub. I'm struggling with this recall because, like, you could take the boots, which are inevitably going to get some use with these two at this dragon fight. But with my current support rotation, it looks like she's going to be late without ultimate now, and that makes us a lot weaker. So this is one of the plays where you have to scout it out. You have to really, you have to play really slow. Try and let, even that crab, you walk up for that crab, well, guess what? Enemy bot lane's already walking to this. So what I like to do is I like to slide into the bush. Get in there, right? Now you can get that without using W again, because if you W'd that crab and they showed up, well, now you're walking to Jhin Lux, okay? Jhin Lux on a crab and you've already used W. It's going to look a little rough. If their jungler dies like that, we're living the dream. I believe he used Spell Shield on a Zyra spell, so that's good. He just really messed up his own game plan. That's a really good opportunity. Again, it's all about you finding your spot. A lot of Briar players, man, you force yourself to be in these situations because you think that, oh, I need to be this or I need to be that. And no, it's never the case. Now, I'm going to make a prediction here that I think enemy Nocturne will come to his red buff. Now, I don't have Smite for his Spell Shield, but I am assuming that if I can get this E from the bush, that I won't need it. This is a pretty scary position no matter what, though. I think they might walk backwards. He didn't go to red buff, so I'm just praying that this hits. Nice. Uses my W the moment I need to dodge Lux Q. This guy's cooked. Nice. Now we see him here, and it looks like he might be pivoting to my Gromp to try and steal that. His red buff's up, so this is a surprising play. I'm going to ping my Zyra to come help. Yeah, there we go. He's looking like he's going to ult, so I'm going to try and stop that. I at least smited him. Try and get my assist on, you know. Give me an assist, give me an assist, give me an assist. KP is everything. Now going for this invade. Okay, she just died to turret 1v1. That is crazy work. Going for an invade on his red. Sure, he's really low, but his bot lane's coming from base. So you might just die if you go for that. So I'm not going to greed. I'm just going to take my clear because Rift Herald's spawning. Now, I'm not going to just full clear straight to it. Obviously, I have a ton of money, right? So I need to find a time to spend my money. The best time to spend your money is always after you clear a quadrant. The time it takes for you to walk from bot to top or top to bot, walking through mid lane, that's a lot of dead time. So instead, I'm going to just use that time in a good fashion, which is spending my money. Definitely looking like a shield bow game just because, although I am fed, like I'm on 2 items in 60 minutes, man, we're talking. Unfortunately, they got some damage on that team, so I'm not going to mess around too much. Maybe you are a demon and you can make something like that work. Self-proclaimed. I do want to gank this Cass. For anyone that doesn't know how Vlad works, basically you get Vlad. Vlad's like Kassadin. 3 items, level 16, and you have one of the best champs in the game on your team. Going stun for stun isn't that bad if you can get W2 and then E buffer. I got the E started, but I actually died through it. So that was the right way to play that. Unfortunately, they just had the damage to kill me, man. When you W over here, you Q the Cassiopeia. If you get spells sent into you during that Q, unfortunately, you can't change your position until you land, and then you can flash. So, yeah, it's like, if they prep their cooldowns correctly, sometimes you just gotta take that damage. All good, though. We see them doing a little bit work down here. I mean, I assume this might be gone. I don't know what we're looking for here. Where's it at? Oh, it's top lane. I can start pivoting. Oh, no, he died. He took my red buff. That is actually punishable by law. And he gets to scry to see where I'm at. I'm going to act like I'm not walking towards this. Like, act like I'm not going towards Rift. And then I'm going to circle back in around. Try and catch him lacking here. I don't think I need to R, but I might if Lux is there. So I'm just going to send it. Found a Jhin. Now Nocturne's probably walking over here. I'm going to stand far back until I have a hop over the wall. Because Lux is probably coming, right? Yeah. If I can die to Lux over Cassiopeia, I'll take that every time. Actually, I think it might. This game, it might be better to die to Cass there. Oh well, my bad. Like, technically, it's better to die to Cass there because, you know, as you die, and you die more, you're worth less gold. And that resets when you get a kill. So, she might be worth, like, 180 or something right now. If she got a kill, she'd be worth 300 again. But, generally speaking, as a champion, Cassiopeia, she does some disgusting things, so. Sometimes, man, you gotta just run away from that champ. You could have flashed the Luxie, but generally speaking, neutral objectives are spawning. It's usually pretty better to have a flash there rather than a random fight that you're not even confirmed living from. Don't really like that flash, my brother. I'm in the bush, so this isn't that bad. Nice. Killing them there might mean that I can go to Dragon. I'm just going to try and catch this camp real quick. Get some health back. Unless they lose the fight. Ooh, that's rough. This game is a close one for sure. Like, it's not free. My, my top lane's scaling. It's not too bad. He's gotten through the worst part of it. The biggest thing is just my bot lane kind of weak in comparison. Like, Lux is kind of getting the better of the Zyra matchup here. I hate when they do this. There we go. Please. Whatever. You could just pull out the dragon and then do it, but nah, man, I got something to prove. Someone got it. Nice. 900 more gold, and I'm actually very, very strong. My support needs not go to side lane. She needs to roam around, try and match Lux a little bit. I get that autopilot hits where you see minions dying to a turret and then you decide that's your job, but unfortunately, that is not locked in. Dude, my W2 is cranking on this build. Nice, I'm going to finish up this full clear, spend my money, and then we're going to see what's going on. Maybe I go for a top gank, depending. I can definitely play this. I just need to track what cooldowns he uses. Like right there is set with no W. Goodbye. It's not even close. Set with no W. Free win. So really, like, let your teammates get the cooldowns for you. This is your world, man. Nice. 3 items complete. Now what are we doing next? QSS is pretty good against their team because they have, you know, good follow-up CC. If you get hit by one, you get hit by another into another. So if you QSS the first one, then you're able to get out of the second, third, and fourth. But also sometimes you QSS one and then immediately get hit by the second, and then it's like, oh, that did nothing. You know? I don't like disengage that much. Jin's still alive, so I'm going to be a little careful because Jhin can hurt us here. Don't want to. Oh, I don't want to proc my Immortal Shield Bow without a fight at least. Can you step up for me, please? Thank you. Oh, gotta get out of there. That a ward, I just ward hop here, but I don't. Sorry, bro. Nice. And then we can go to the objective. That was huge. Yes, thanks for the 13 months, brother. You're the GOAT. Thank you. Super generous. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Nice. So 1486 is Cho'Gath. He gets a stack, which makes him more healthy. So what you want to do is you actually want to give him the last hit, let them get the roses, and you get some tempo going on your camps. See, like, right now it's not seeming like I need to get USS. So maybe, like, you go... Here's the main thing about crit builds, okay? You need 4 items, 25% crit chance each. So 4 items and you max out everything. Good. Like, so what do you do? A lot of people are like, hey, well, what about Bloodthirster? Well, Bloodthirster doesn't give crit. It gives a lot of sustain. So that's where, like, I kind of draw my line. It's like, well, I already have Shield Bow. Shield Bow is a form of sustain through the shield. So now it's like, well, where do I go? One of the highest damage items that you can go is something LDR-based. LDR meaning Last Whisper meaning any of the three armor pen items. So Serialda is pretty weak right now. You basically don't go it. LDR gives you more damage, and Mortal Reminder gives you a ton of damage and healing reduction. They have a lot of healing through Conqueror, Heal, Conqueror, and Bear. So technically this would probably be a better pickup. But this game, I actually just want to do insane damage and try and win through that healing. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. If they had like a Soraka, it's like a 100% pickup, right? Because Soraka's going to heal everyone, and you're going to apply that pretty well. Apparently needs that for an item, so I'll allow it. Try and slide through this at crit angle, where basically you try and get into a bush real quick, kill the first person, and then reset the situation or just go to the second. Just trying to get some vision out of here. This kind of how crit wants to play is like, you know, what if someone were to greed these right now before the dragon? Okay, well then I would try and catch them. I don't think Collector's going to proc on that unless Zyra does some damage too. Nice, Collector proc. Zyra was able to juice it. Run out of that real quick. Oh man, and I'm dead. Oh, just kidding. Wait, I mean the play's not over yet, right? Yeah, I'm dead. Oh. To be fair, Zyra and I were standing on like the same spot. I was like, what if she gets hits and I save everything? You know, that would have been pretty cool. Unfortunately, it wasn't, because, man, oftentimes, when it's 50-50 shot, that other 50 is you. But again, that's their comp. Their comp is, I wouldn't say a cheese strategy. It's cheese if they're duo. But this is just I mean, it's a solid strat that exists in the game where you just pick double artillery CC and kill people from across the screen. One of those things, man. You gotta accept it. Unfortunately, like I can personally think it's cringe, right? Because I don't play it, right? I play Briar. I play melees. I have to be in the fight and actively play it. They are shooting me from 3 screens away. Tough to punish in certain circumstances, and yeah, that's it. But it is what it is. That's life. On the plus side, my Cho'Gath's almost on 3 items. I'm going to 4 really fast. If Jhin pivots to Tribush, I'll just shoot R at Tribush. A little bit of payback for this one, I guess. I hope. No payback at all, I guess. Bleed's already... Alright. Yeah, my bad. Okay, just kidding. Get rolled, kid. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That situation, that's one of the things where you shoot R at hitting an 80 carry, and it should always be good, but reality be damned that if you don't know where a full enemy team is, well, nice. Get the blue buff. If you don't know where a full enemy team is, sometimes they are just right behind that door. And now that's your rear end. Unfortunately, Vlad's on 2 items and boots, and like I said, level 16, 3 items, looking pretty strong. That QSS is looking pretty good now, right? But again, that QSS is only looking important because I'm putting myself in these not 100% situations where, like, I can often just go stand behind Cho'Gath, wait for them to go 3 people at him, and then I just find one and kill them, and then I let it, you know, if they kill him, I let him die, whatever it is. Obviously, you guys know me, I'm in their face type of player. So with that in mind, I find myself in a lot of those, well, they were there situations. It is what it is. Now, I am playing crit. I could solo Baron it almost any time. The problem with soloing Baron is it takes a lot of your health, so if you get caught doing it by a random spell can be the difference. So, like, if I were to hop into Baron Pit, they saw me on this, and I get Lux Jinard, well, I'm dead. You have to be pretty careful about how you do it. Now, I'm on a little angle here. I see one there, one here. I see Jhin here, and Lux was there. So now we're just trying to find Nocturne, because, again, Nocturne can show up at a fight anywhere in the map. So you might think you have a 1v1, but you really don't. As you can see, their team is just 3-man huddling over this. So my bot lane seems like they might be going to try and help me. That's putting them in a little bit of danger. If she lives, I can shoot R at that. Did it really happen again? It happened again. Nice. Sometimes I don't have to be the main character, man. I can die for the boys. Vlad, man, the Vlad video. Yeah, guys, so I'm playing Vlad this game. Oh my god, my Briar's 1v9 once again. I'm going to go and grab 2 kills and get ready for my 3rd item here. Yeah, pretty much. Nice, bro. Happy to hear it. Happy to be a part of it. Yeah, I mean, like, how you say, when you play Briar, okay, what is with my team in these turret plays? Guys, we are at least diamond in this game. At least diamond. This account has been over diamond for months, and this is what diamond has to give us. It was the Zyra pivot out here, and then that one there. Guys, bot laners are not beating the allegations. I swear they're not. Now, to be fair, you'll notice that a lot of people that do stuff like that, they're trying to replicate, like, popular clips where, like, you see pro players pivoting in and out of turret aggro, getting perfectly timed auto attacks, and, like, it looks really cool, and it's very skill expressive, and it's awesome. And at some point, they're going to have to practice and try and bring that to life, and unfortunately, it just happens to be in my game where they're not pulling it off, you know? But that's life, man. People got to try, too. There's a lot of times where I'm learning something, and I'm in someone else's game, right? Alright, the QSS is found. Gives you... So this item, like... Stats-wise, actually kind of sucks. It's not really worth the money. But for this specific game, I need QSS, and lifesteal isn't that bad. So... Not too mad. He canceled R. Let's see. Oh, it's not me this time, guys. AoE of W, by the way. AoE of W. Nice. My lethal tempo was fully stacked at the end of that. Y'all are cringe. You just got 1 death of my life, brother. Join the club. We're 100% crit, so you get the cool animation every time. Oh, man. And she knows I'm looking, so I'm actually going to pivot up on that ward. That's the last thing she saw. She might not assume that I'm here. She did assume that someone was coming, though. It is what it is. She'll Q, and then I'll just win this. Look at that. You didn't check inventory, did you, bud? You didn't check my inventory, did you? Set Nocturne could gank you here with Jhin follow-up with ult. I'm going to pivot backwards. Let him cook up the angle. I need to get boot upgrade, and I need to get... Ooh, throw my boy here. I'm going to try and slide around here. Actually, maybe I can go this way. Then just get my W. They have 3. My Vlad died. So we do not have 3. I have my item, but I don't have boot upgrade or elixir. Might have to try it. Guys, I'm in the 1v4 again. I'm so sorry. Nice, I'm not. This was warded. Nice. See if we can clutch up right here. This could be the game end if we can get here in time. The settle gave me his aggro. Nice. Alright, 2 alive. We have 2v3 in their base. They have 2 alive. At worst, we get an inhib. I don't have QSS, so just flashing on Lux is not a plan right now. Or rather, just engaging on Lux is not a plan. We have Chonker Cho'Gath, so he's doing his thing. I get my W2 heal. That's good. What do I need? I need 1250 plus this. So what's that? 3150, and I'm fully good to go. Oh yeah, we're juiced. Praise that the math is right. To be fair, I'm not thinking too much about it, man. We're bringing it home. 1, 2. Oh, perfect math. I want blue buff and red buff, and then I'd be like, let me just solo Baron. To be fair, I'm 20 kills, 5 items. He's 3 items with 7 kills, so. What are they doing? Are they going for a Hail Mary Baron? Oh no. Guys, this is not how to win. Oh my god, they're going for a Hail Mary kill Vlad. One down. It is what it is. Oh! That kind of hurted. Fight over the wall. This gets certified. Certified. Did you see my healing? Alright, you guys go end. I'll Baron. Zyra, you might die here, brother. All for a ward, is it? Man, I appreciate the help, brother. Zyra, go end. I'm just trying to do the thing. Come on, before they end. Oh, yeah. As you can see, I'm full health. Those little Zyra plants did help, but yeah, you fully 1v1 Baron here. Nice. And this was a decay game. Nice. In Diamond, you can bank up to 28 days, right? And you get 7 days per game. So it's been like a month since I played on this account. So to keep it from decaying down a full rank, almost like every week, all you do is you just slide through, play 4 games, and you can, you know, keep this account ready for the next one. Nice. Good. Check the damage. You guys see it? Yeah. Most damage. Oh, good damage taken. Not almost the most, but. And runes. Nice. A lot. Again, the thing about lethal tempo is like, there will be times where it doesn't do too much because you already killed a person. And that's when I like Hail Blades, but technically, like, if you don't kill the person on 1W, for whatever reason, maybe you have to kill 2 people, it gives you a lot of good damage afterwards, so I don't hate it at all. But nice. Good game.